boxing fans. Y'all already know who it is. Y'all already know who it is. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Just coming on for a brief moment, man, on a great Sunday morning after a great night of boxing. Man, the haters have spoken. Teron Boost Ennis. I get it. People don't like him. I get it. They don't like him at all. They don't like him for whatever reason. They don't like what he wears. They don't like how he fight. They don't like the dude. I get it. They don't like him. He don't say much. Great character. I don't know much about him. Never interviewed him. Never met him in person. So I really can't judge the dude at all. But for whatever reason, people just don't like Jerron Booth Ennis. The Terrence Crawford situation, I understood that one because I met the guy on numerous occasions. So I understood why people didn't like Terrence Crawford because the guy just didn't treat his fans right, you know. But for his boots, I just don't understand. I really don't understand. I really don't care to understand. Like why? You know, they was calling the man an email champion because the way how he got his IBF belt, you know, they said he got it in the mail. Okay. They said that, in my understanding, Onis will be his toughest fight to this time right now. You know, a lot of a lot of people said he was gonna probably lose this fight. He wasn't gonna win this fight. What's going on, Bruce Gas? Salute, my brother, salute. They say he was gonna lose this fight. I heard it, I heard it, I heard it. I don't want to hear shit. Y'all say he was gonna lose. He had a great chance of losing. Guess what? It looked like one of his easiest fights. He easily won rounds 1 through 6. As a matter of fact, he was playing around in there, and I hated it because he gave Stanionis a chance to land one on him. He had Stanionis leaking in there, and I think round 5 he actually dropped Stanionis. And again, that situation was dangerous for him to play with his food, and I don't think he should have did that. Playing around in there trying to entertain his fans. He got to stop that, trying to do things for his fans and for the crowd. That's something that these boxers trying to do, entertain everybody and do things for everybody. You know, they got to stop that. I seen Javante Tank Davis do that for the fans. Now I seen Jerron Booth Ennis do it last night. Let's not do it for the fans. These will be the same people that's laughing at you if Stanios would land one on you and would have dropped you last night. You got a live dog out there. You could not play around with a live dog in front of you. It just can't happen. You just can't do it. Definitely not recommended. I don't recommend it. Shouldn't be recommended. So again, Boots Ennis kept him at the end of that jab, man. Just kept him out there at the end of the jab. And great range, man. Just kept him at the end of the jab and just boxing the shit out of him like we wanted him to do. And was just uppercutting him all night, man. I mean, great range, great distance. And the uppercut was there all night and was just beating him up at will. Like I said, standing on this, everybody already knew was a come forward fighter. And that's exactly what Boots like that, man. That's hey, that's that was definitely hey what Boots needed, man. Boots needed a fight like that, dude, to make him, made Boots look awesome, bro. Boots freaking ate last night. Boots tore his ass up. Boots beat up Stanley Otis, bro. Beat him up, bro. He beat him up bad last night, bro. That shit was to me, that shit was bad, bro. That shit looked bad last night, bro. He beat up a champion like that, bro. He beat up a champion. And people are still not giving him his just due, bro. People are still saying Stanley Onis. Now they're saying Stanley, oh, he was off. You know, he only fought twice in 3 years, and I'm hearing all the bullshit, bro. Come on now, let's not do this, bro. Let's not do this. Just call a spade, bro. Call a spade a spade. Call a fucking spade, bro. You know, fucking this man is the goods. This man can box. This man can roll. You know, we saw him pull out. We saw what he could do last night. We saw what he could do last night. We got to give it to him, bro. Uh, I didn't like how he took some clean shots last night. Now we did see last night where this man has a nice chin. He allowed Stanionis to land some clean ones on him last night. That shit ain't cool. You can't allow nobody to land no clean shots on you like last night, man. He got to be more defensive responsible. You can't do that shit, bro. You got to be more defensive responsible. Um, I know he was trying to call out Terrence Crawford at one point in time. That shit would have been bad for him with a guy like a Terrence Crawford, bro. If you wanted to fight a guy like Terrence Crawford, and when he do fight Brian Norman Jr., bro, he got to be more defensive responsible, bro. He got to work on that. And I think as he fight, uh, as he fight, hold on, I'm trying to sign on here. Bigger challenges, bro. I think he will be, bro. But shit, I just didn't like the way how he fought Danny Owens last night, bro. He was just playing around last night, and once he realized that Danny Owens couldn't hurt him, bro, he was playing around, bro, and I ain't like that. You just don't do that, bro. It's easy for somebody to land one on you, bro, and then once he land one on you and hurt you, what happens then? You know, the fight could have switched the whole fight could have switched around on you, and then shit, then now you could have been fooled, dude. Yeah, bro. But I mean, it was a great fight last night. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I just want to see. I just think that he should fight Mario Barrios next. A lot of people say he should go straight to Brian Norman Jr. next, and then go to from Brian Norman Jr. Then go to Mario Barrios. Nah. I think I always save the hard for last. Always save the hard for last. If we all think that Brian Norman Jr. is the hard one, why not fight him? Why not fight him last? You know what I'm saying? But definitely, I would go straight to Brian Norman. I'll go straight to Mario Barrios, and then after Mario Barrios, then I would go to Brian Norman Jr. Get that shit out the way. I would try to make that fight as soon as possible. What's going on, Tim Layton? He said Brian Norman don't want that smoke. Hey, it ain't looking like that, my brother. It ain't looking like that, my brother. They gonna play around and play that little money game again. You know how it go. They gonna play a little money game again. I hope they don't. I hope they don't. I hope they don't though, bro. I mean, at the end of the day though, man, I just want to see some good fights though, man. Um, but Tim Layton said he don't think that Brian Norman want that smoke. According to his daddy, bro, his daddy about to be politicking today though, bro. Y'all about to see some serious politicking, bro. Tim Layton said salute Bruce Gass, and Tim Layton said he on his way. She's I can't even see this shit, bro. This shit here keep on saying share a referral link. Why did this shit keep trying to get me to share a fucking referral link? He on his way to Japan. Who on his way to Japan? Motherfuckers, somebody on their way to Japan. This thing keep on trying to ask me to share a referral link. How can I stop this thing from asking me to share a referral link? Norman, man, at the end of the day, we gonna find out who won't fight who. I know one thing. Brian Norman Sr. is about to be on everybody podcast starting today, talking some major shit, trying to politic, trying to get the bag. Because Boots' last showing and Brian Norman Jr.'s last showing both was fantastic. My problem is nobody is giving Brian, quoting the last night, any live I saw last night, everybody's making it seem like Stanionis wasn't the goods. They made it seem like, oh, they giving saying Stanionis was didn't fight for so long. Stanionis. Let me tell you something. Before the fight last night, they were saying that Stanionis was gonna beat Boots. It was a 50-50 fight. They made it seem like Stanionis was gonna win. Y'all know that. Y'all heard that shit, bro. Nobody gave um Boots, says Boots was going to easily win this fucking fight. They did not make it seem like Boots was going to go in that bitch and did what he did last night. Boots went in there and decapitated this dude, bro. Boots went in there and washed this dude for 6 rounds. Boots made that shit look so easy, they made it seem like, damn, there's no way Stanionis was damn champion. They was talking about, look at Stanionis' broad shoulders. Man, with those broad shoulders, he gonna knock out Boots. Then look how he hydrated. He's bigger than Boots with those broad shoulders. Y'all heard all that shit. Y'all heard the commentators. Y'all heard all that bullshit, man. Even during the weigh-in, everybody heard the bullshit, bro. Even some of the members of GBT, we heard the shit, dog. We heard the shit. We heard the shit. Well, we heard it. We heard all of it. But then last night, when we saw the fight ourselves with our own eyes, it went a different direction. So at the end of the day, now that we saw it in a different light. We got to give this man his just due. This man is a hell of a freaking technician. This man kept this dude at the end of his jab and boxed the shit out of him. He just kept moving, kept his distance, kept his range, and just kept tearing up his midsection, kept slowing him down, just tearing his ass, kept tearing his ass up, took it out of him. In his corner, we gotta salute his corner. Because all they was gonna do, they didn't stop the fight when they stopped it. They should have stopped it sooner. Because this all they were gonna do is this man was gonna be damaged fucking goods if they didn't stop the fight when they stopped it. And they should have stopped it sooner. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Going further, going further, he could still be something in the 147 division. I'm gonna tell you something. He could still be a champion. He could still be a champion one day. He could still be a champion one day. He could be a hell of a. He could still be a hell of a stepping stone. He could be one of those guys. I forgot what that dude name is. Man, I can't even think of his fucking name. I can't even think of his name right now. That guy that said he was at 147. He's still at 147 probably. Still there. He was there just beating everybody. He was just a stepping stone there, just there, just hurting everybody. Just there. He wasn't a champion, but he was a stepping stone, just there, just stopping everybody's chances from moving on. He could be one of those guys, just sitting there, just there to stop your ass from moving up. He could be one of them. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, just like Karen. Karen is still there, bro. Karen is still there. Him and Karen could fight each other. And everybody was trying to judge um Boots because of Karen. Bro, Karen, it was not an easy fight. And Karen will not be an easy fight for anyone. We told y'all that shit. We told y'all that shit, bro. Karen will not be an easy fight for anyone. You know, in the fifth round, when he dropped this man to the knees and this man started leaking, they should have stopped that fight then. They should have stopped it then. That's why I said stop the fight. I stood up. I was at my boy's house in his man cave, and I stood up there and I said, stop the fight, stop the fight, stop the fight. We all saw this man had no hope. This shit couldn't go no further. Why are they carrying on this fight? Lithuania never had a champion like they said, and all of this shit. Don't let this man carry on this fight and be damaged goods. This man can still be something. And this man can still carry on for his family. This man got the baby on the way. Let let's not let Boots destroy this man's career. This man still continue on and have a career. You know, stop the fight, stop the fight. You know, I'm sure when he went to the corner, his coach said, "Hey, bro, if you don't show me something, I'm gonna stop this shit." And they end up stopping it the following round. And I take my hat off to the coach. I mean, he didn't go against his coach, man. Like a lot of other stupid ass fools, you know, they want to get mad at their coach for stopping the fight. You know, he went ahead and he said, "Fuck it, man, stop this shit, bro." He went ahead and agreed with the coach because he had nothing for fucking Boost, bro. Boost had every corner, had an answer for everything that he had. Dante's boxing talk salute. He said, when you got a guy that can fight two completely different styles like Karen, this shows he is a tough fight. Bruh, I agree. I agree with you, my brother. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you, my brother. That's just the catch, man. I agree with you, my brother. He showed us a lot last night, man, and I would have to say that Boost is a hell of a contender, man, and he still have a lot more to show us. And after last night, I just want to see um, casuals and real boxing fanatics give this man his just due and shout out to him, bro. I just don't like the way how you know people are now like downgrading and degrading Stanionis, saying that Stanionis was not the goods. Stanionis been out of boxing for so long, and they making it seem like Stanionis just wasn't good enough, and they're making it seem as if the only reason why Boots looked as good and Boots done as good is because of Stanionis just wasn't the goods, and that shit is not right. Don't do that to the man, bro. I mean, we all know that Stanionis was definitely the goods, bro. We know that, bro. I mean, I heard a lot of freaking great minds say Estonioni was gonna beat Boots, bro. I heard the shit with my own ears. And these guys that know boxing, bro. There's a lot of good guys that I hear and I listen to. A lot of great channels that I listen to on a day-to-day basis. Boots was gonna lose, or Boots had a great chance of losing. Hey, if y'all can hear me, I just put my earpiece on. If y'all can hear me, give me a thumbs up, bro, at least, because I don't know. I don't know. I just put my earpiece on, and I don't know if you can hear me. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Um, because just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. But at the end of the day, you know, they said that Boots was gonna lose. This is gonna be Boots' toughest fight today, and Boots came in there and made it look easy. It was so easy for him. He was in there playing around. He was in there just playing to the fans and dancing and looking at the crowd, and
doing bullshit, uh, taking clean shots, and he was doing shit that I wouldn't even. Come on, bro, like don't do that. Don't do that. You was giving this guy a chance to land one on you, and that wouldn't have been good. Karen had a shot. Karen was not Karen, excuse me. I mean, Danny Owens was a live dog in there, and at any given time he could land one, and he could have took you out. And that's what I didn't like about the entire fight. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim Layton. At any given time he could have land one on your ass, and it could have been lights out. He could have been lights out. And what we could have said, oh man, you know, even that slippage he had like a little slippage, and that slippage wasn't good. I was mad about the slippage because I'm sure somebody or some people gonna say, "Oh, that wasn't really a slip. He got dropped." But that's why I'm glad it didn't go to that shit didn't go to the it didn't go to the scorecards because that shit probably would have been challenged or some shit. Would have been some ducks would have been saying that, oh, that slip was a real knockdown and some dumb shit. And fuck that shit. Let's let's take all that shit out of it. None of that shit is ever none of that shit ever comes to play. I don't want none of that shit come to play. I'm glad all that shit was you know let that shit really be a slip the way he took that man out completely. So even if it was anybody does say, hey, that was really a knockdown, the fight was stopped. So none of that shit matters. That shit didn't go to the judge, so we don't have to worry about anybody coming back later on saying, well, that was a knockdown and this was that. I ain't got time for that type of bullshit. Like the Tank fight or any other fight where you gotta deal with controversy, bro. I ain't got time dealing with controversy. I hate dealing with controversial fights, bro. Where motherfuckers, some people like dealing with controversial bullshit. I'm not really a controversial dude. Either that shit's this or it's that. Period. You know, we're not gonna deal with controversy. It's gonna be this or that. Period. And in this case, he didn't let the judge decide. That motherfucker decided for you. That motherfucker made the full with the judge, the referee, and the jury. That motherfucker made all the decisions for us. So we don't have to worry about shit. And I like that. And he needed a vicious win though. And that's what I like about him. He didn't give us that bullshit decision that most people thought. You know, it was gonna be a decision, it was gonna be a boost, split decision. You know, he gave us exactly what we needed. We needed a boost, um, victorious, you know, win, and we needed that. We needed that boost knockout win, and he gave us that, bro. He gave us that boost, motherfucker. I'm gonna stop this motherfucker. Wave the white flag in the corner, you know, and I'm glad. I'm glad they did that shit. I'm glad the corner did that. But it was a great win for him. I just want to see everybody give that man his just due. Um, Stop hating on him. Why is the hate? Why everybody still hating on Boots? Why, what they want to see from Boots? Why Boots don't? have the love like some of the other fighters. He don't say he's not a man of many words. He doesn't. He's not one of those guys out there that talk a lot of shit. He's a cool dude for as I can see it. You know. I don't see nothing wrong with him. He a laid back type of cat. He just go in there and he let his hands do the talking. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we gotta just sit back and he said he wants to be undisputed and allow that man to get his undisputed shit. Let's let that happen. Let's not just at the end of the day fuck over him. Let him get his undisputed like he said that's what he wanted. Let's not mess over him. Let him get his undisputed. He said he wanted to get 147 undisputed, and then he wanted to move up to super welterweight, which is 154. He definitely once he moves to 154, he's gonna definitely have to be more defensively responsible then, because them boys up there hit. So I just think that he has like a year from today. He has a year from today, from years till next summer, to be undisputed. So it just ain't gonna happen for him because he has till this summer. He has till this by December to get the next belt, and he has and then next summer to become undisputed, and and ride out. So if he can get that third belt, by December, and then get that fourth belt, become undisputed by the first quarter of next year, by the summer of next year, I think that'll be a great plan. But Barrios and Brian Norman Jr. need to not play around. They need to not let that belt marinate. They need to fight. They need to fight and stop playing these games. Stop being little hoes and running like hoes. Stop being little hoes. Stop being little hoes and stop being little bitches and hoes and fight that man. Period. That man he's coming for you. I'm coming for you, like Mike Tyson say. I'm coming for you, like Mike Tyson said back in the day. But that's my 30 minutes, man. Thank y'all for showing me some love. Tim Layden, Dante Boxing. Appreciate all y'all, man, coming through this motherfucker. Tim Layden, man, appreciate you, my brother. I'm gonna rent you up, man. Tim, I'm gonna rent you up soon as I get on my computer. Hey, not like J Dog. We get wrenches on this motherfucker over here. We get riches over here, baby. We get riches over here, baby. As soon as I get my laptop, I'm gonna rent your ass up, dog. We get riches over here, baby. We rich them up over here, baby. We rich them up over here. As soon as I get to my laptop, we'll rich you up. Well, until then, bro, I appreciate all y'all that came through, man. Holler at me, man. Thank y'all for the support. Until next time, man. Y'all know how we get down, man. Y'all know how we get down. Y'all know how we get down. Appreciate y'all always. Peace.